Now that you've spent some time looking through the topic of tone on Blackboard and taking a look at some of the videos, it's time for you to come to your Foundations of English textbook and do some practice. When you log into your Foundations of English, your dashboard is going to look a little bit like this. You'll know if you're in the correct course because you'll see my name listed there, as well as our section, which is Summer 091. The assignments that are due or coming due will be listed right here where it says assignments due. There's one assignment due for this evening, which is identifying purpose and tone. And the way that I access that is simply by clicking on it. Once I click on it, it's going to bring me to a page that looks like this. There are 3 different modules for me to complete. The first is a learn module, the second is a practice module, and finally the last one is certify. If I want to read through and get some more information about tone, I can click on learn and it's going to open the textbook for me. So I can actually read through the textbook and get some additional examples that will help me understand the concept of the author's purpose and the author's tone. So I definitely suggest reading through the textbook before attempting to practice or complete the certify. When you're done reading through the textbook, you can exit here and return back to the main dashboard. In addition to reading the textbook, you can also click here and a short video will come up giving an overview of the topic. This is the same video that was linked into the Blackboard. After I've exited Learn, I'm going to go ahead and do some practice. Practice is going to help prepare me to certify. Certify is like taking a quiz. I have to get 80% or a B in order for the quiz to count. So I get to take the quiz an unlimited amount of times until I achieve that score. Let's go ahead and take a look at the practice. Here we're going to get some questions about author's tone and author's purpose. The first question reads, which of the following words communicate a negative tone? Select all that apply. When I see a question that says select all that apply, it means that there's going to be more than one correct answer. And so I'm looking for negative tone words. The words are petite, stumpy, pushy, and gentle. Well, I know gentle is kind of a positive word, and petite is pretty neutral. This means that someone is small. But if I refer to somebody as stumpy, that's a negative way of saying that they might be petite. And pushy is also definitely negative. So I'm going to go ahead and submit my answer and see if I'm correct. And I am. If I'm unsure, I can try similar questions and continue to practice, or I can move on to the next. In this example, I'm being asked to consider the following, and then I want to select which word group describes a text that has informative purposes. I'm then going to click on the word group in order to make my answer. So the text reads, Dr. Baker told his marketing class to choose an option from the following list and complete an analysis. That first sentence kind of introduces the different sources. After that, I get a list of different sources, and I need to pick the one that is most likely going to be informational or informative in purpose. So would an informative text be a manual describing the engine of a fighter plane, an angry Yelp review discussing Wally Wember's legal advice, a blog post about a bad business meeting, or a science fiction movie written in the 1960s? Well, this last one is probably meant to entertain, not to inform. This one is probably meant to persuade or to argue. This one is also meant to persuade or to argue. And so it's probably this first one, a manual describing a fighter plane, whose purpose is informative or informational. Let's go ahead and do one more together, and then we'll close up this video. In the following sentence, look for tone. Which words indicate the author's tone? Select all that apply. In this case, we're looking for more than one word, and we're looking for words that have loaded emotion. That can be overly negative words or overly positive words. But those are the words that are going to help suggest what the author's tone is overall. This underwhelming scooter steers awkwardly and includes needless add-ons. Okay. Well, there are several descriptive words in here that tend to have a negative tone. The first one is underwhelming. It's a negative word. We don't need to describe the scooter that way unless we're trying to sway our reader's opinion that it's really not a quality scooter. To say it steers awkwardly is also very negative, and to say that its add-ons are needless is also a negative word. So those three words help to create a tone that is negative in this passage. And we're correct.